In ancient India, there lived a wise teacher named Gautama Buddha. He spent his entire life teaching people about the path to true happiness and fulfillment. One day, a young student approached the Buddha and asked him, "Teacher, how can I be happy all the time?" The Buddha replied, "Happiness is not something that can be achieved through external circumstances or possessions. True happiness comes from within, from cultivating a mind that is peaceful, compassionate, and content." The student asked, "But how can I cultivate such a mind?" The Buddha smiled and shared with him the following story. There was once a man who had a beautiful garden filled with flowers and fruit trees. One day he noticed that his garden was being destroyed by caterpillars. He became angry and frustrated and began to spend all his time and energy trying to get rid of the caterpillars. But no matter what he did, the caterpillars kept coming back. One day he realized that he had been so consumed by his anger and frustration that he had failed to appreciate the beauty of his garden and the joy it brought him. He decided to let go of his anger and accept the caterpillars as part of the natural cycle of life. He began to focus on the beauty of his garden and the joy it brought him and found that his mind became peaceful and content. In the same way, if you want to be happy all the time, you must learn to let go of your attachment to external circumstances and cultivate a mind that is peaceful, compassionate, and content. The student listened intently to the Buddha's words and committed himself to the practice of mindfulness, compassion, and contentment. Over time, he found that his mind became more and more peaceful, and he was able to experience true happiness in every moment of his life. The story of the man in his garden teaches us an important lesson about the path to true happiness. It is not something that can be achieved through external circumstances or possessions, but rather through cultivating a mind that is peaceful, compassionate, and content. So if you want to be happy all the time, remember the teachings of the Buddha and commit yourself to the practice of mindfulness, compassion, and contentment. By doing so, you will discover a sense of inner peace and happiness that cannot be found through external means. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.